Invincible Season 3 balances character-driven narrative with plot-driven narratives. Mark questions his ideals, and having elements put him to his breaking point gives us a hero who feels human, where the animation lacks, the character arc makes us want more. Season 3 really reminded me of what I like about Invincible. Now, I have to admit, I haven't read the comic books, but I'm seeing this as the beginning to Mark's downfall. And I know that sounds wild, but seeing how much Mark started to take liberties of his own as a result of how threatening every situation became really played out like he was a cornered animal. This is where the writing shines through. You have Mark wanting to be a hero like Batman who never kills, but his father says he needs to kill in order to protect himself. His brother even tells him to kill to protect others. It's that old saying of like, well, if we had killed him in the first place, he wouldn't have escaped prison, which means then he wouldn't have gone and killed out more people. So by not killing him, we have kept the status quo. Then add to the fact that those out to get Mark don't play by the same rules as him. This is where actions speak louder than words. Through fight after fight of people nearly killing him and others, the only time Mark sees results is through the act of killing itself. And we see he is very resistant against it at first, only to fully change his mind by the end of the season. Now, this is, as Yoda puts it,
fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering.
And we see how this influences Mark's overall decisions, really through Cecil. But real quick, shout out to Cecil. He is one of my favorite characters because he's painted out as the bad guy, yet he's the only person of the show that makes objective decisions for the world. It's crazy how in 2 cases that the world was threatened by Viltrumites, Cecil is the only one to hold up a candle. And that candle is getting brighter and brighter. We're not counting the 3rd time of the conquest. And he's written off as the villain, but man, is he good at shouldering all that hate. I'll say it now. Mark one day is going to agree with Cecil's methods. Until then, they're going to be like frenemies, because Mark has this ideology of what it means to be a good guy and to do the right thing. And for the most part, we as the audience can agree with him until, well, you know, Powerplex comes into play. Now, I didn't really care for the actual Powerplex episode, but it got the point across. The concept was still there. Mark isn't being held accountable for his actions. And when he decides to do things like break into the Pentagon or have massive fights that cause manslaughtering, he gets to go off clean and go back to living his angsty life. And even though he has a noble cause, actions outside of self-defense become an abuse of his power onto people. That's really the essence of the season. Mark's final vows are something we can all agree with. Seeing him struggle to be the hero he wants to be and the hero he has to be has lines that get blurred, not just for him, but everyone involved. I see people criticizing last episode with Conquest, but really it's the ultimate test, the final push Mark needed to change his ideals. I like the episode, and I thought it put a nice bow to this character arc. And it has me wondering, where is he gonna go from here, and what will be considered a threat worth killing? Which is why I have to give Invincible Season 3 an 8 out of 10. Until next time, guys, play nice. Hey, thanks for watching the whole video. Tell me what you think about the Invincible. You know, I got one weird thing. This show is super edgy and gruesome. How come I get no nudity? Why can't I see a single nipple? Or like, you know, the ones that I would like to see. We're so scared of nudity, but we can do all the gruesome, gross stuff, man. Come on, man. I want to see some naked girls next season. Give it to me. Don't be cowards.